Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, you're very welcome. My name is Couscous and this is the Get Ahead family. Here I share information on how you can migrate abroad through studies, jobs, scholarships and all other opportunities out there. So if you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please do subscribe so that you would be the first to be notified of every new video I post. So I have a lot of videos that talk about different scholarships for international students to study abroad, UK and other study abroad destinations. I also have a lot of video talking about UK student visa and also job opportunities. Today's video, I'm going to be sharing how you can find a job that would sponsor your visa to the UK. What do I mean? You know that as a foreign student in the UK or as a foreigner that is in your home country but you want to migrate to the UK, there are different ways you can migrate to the UK. You can migrate to the UK via study visa. You can migrate to the UK via work visa. So now, it is not every type of job that can sponsor visa. It is also not every type of employer that can sponsor your work visa. So sometimes you can see a job opportunity that you meet the qualification, but the job does not want to sponsor visa. So definitely you cannot apply for those kind of jobs. And also you might find an employer that may want to hire you, but that employer does not have the authority to sponsor foreigners to the UK. So if you want to know employers that can sponsor foreigners to the UK, you have to go to the UKVI website. That's www.gov.uk. And then when you get there, you're going to search for list of licensed employers. And then you can check the employers that have that sponsorship. Now, if anybody says, oh, apply to this company, or any employer says, oh, I can hire you, and you are not sure if that employer can sponsor visa, just go to that website, check for that list and check if the employer's name is there. Now, another thing you should notice is that employers have licenses for specific visas. What do I mean? For instance, let's say Queen Mary University of London is a licensed employer to sponsor foreign workers to the university. When you open that list, you're going to see that Queen Mary University may have different types of licenses. They can have skilled worker license, they can have global talent license, they can have another type of license. So when you get to that list, depending on the kind of job the employer is offering you and the kind of visa they are promising you, confirm to see that they actually have that particular license. Otherwise, there's no need. Now that is out of the way, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can find a job that will sponsor your skilled worker visa. Whether you are an international student currently in the UK or you are in your home country. Now, if you're an international student currently in the UK, after your studies, you have an option to get the graduate visa, which will allow you find a job for 2 years. That does not mean that you must get that visa. You also have an option to just switch directly to a skilled worker visa, which is an advantage because if you first get a graduate visa, first of all, graduate visa, you have to spend your own money up to like £2,000 to get that visa, and that visa lasts for 2 years. If you first get that visa and then let's say 1 year later you get a skilled worker visa, then you would have to also apply for a skilled worker visa. But if while you're studying, you're looking for a job that can sponsor a skilled worker visa directly and you're able to secure that job immediately after your studies, or maybe when you're rounding up or immediately after your program, you will not need to spend that £2,000 or more to apply for a graduate visa, and you will just apply and get a skilled worker visa. That way, in 5 years, you will be able to apply for the indefinite leave to remain in the UK. If you first get a graduate visa, you use the graduate visa to work for 2 years before you switch to a skilled worker visa. You would have to stay approximately 7 years before you're able to get your indefinite leave to remain, because the only time that counts when they are calculating how long you have remained in the UK towards your indefinite leave to remain is when you start working, is when you have a skilled worker visa. So it is only fair, or it is only beneficial to you to bypass the graduate visa if you can and get a skilled worker visa. But yes, the graduate visa is also good because it allows you to remain in the UK with or without a job, although the UK government has been threatening to reduce the duration of the graduate visa. So yes, in light of that development, it is quite far better for you to start looking for a skilled worker job even before you finish your school. Okay, let's get right into this video. So before I proceed to the website and show you how to find this job, let me introduce the sponsor of this video, Amber Student. Amber Student is a private student accommodation provider in different study abroad destinations, UK, Australia, other parts of Europe, including the United States of America. So for you to be able to get a student accommodation with Amber Student, just go to the website, which is going to be linked in the description box to this video. Once you click the website, you're going to see a list of filters. Okay, you're going to first register your interest to signify the kind of accommodation you want, or you can just go ahead and browse through the different options, check for accommodations near your university, whether you want an en-suite room, a studio apartment. You just check and you're going to be able to find. And the advantage of using Amber Student platform is that the accommodations on there usually have a lot of amenities, including gyms, sometimes cinema rooms. So you can go ahead and just open the accommodations. There are pictures, there are videos, and there are student reviews for you to browse through. When you have been able to identify the accommodation you want based on your university and your budget, you can go ahead and signify interest, register your interest, and then they will take it up from there. They will tell you what to do, how to go about it, the documents they need, how to book this accommodation even before you arrive at your university. So yes, go ahead and click the link below if you are a current student and you want to change your accommodation, or you're a prospective international student and you know that you need accommodation to study in the UK. Okay, now let me take you guys to the website I have been talking about. All you need to do is come to this website called jobs.ac.uk. So you come to jobs.ac.uk and you're going to see a lot of options. In fact, you will not only find a job on this website, you can also find PhD opportunities, including career advice. So if you want to know how to prepare a UK-based curriculum vitae, you can come here towards the career advice part and you will see a sample CV. Let me even just open it and see what we can find under this career advice. See, like I knew. So CV and cover letter advice. See, CV tips, free CV template. They have a free CV template and it's definitely going to be a UK standard. Cover letters, personal profiles, CV resources. So you see, then job seeking and interview tips, career development, women in higher education, resources. So somebody can say, oh, Couscous, how do I begin to apply for a job in the UK when I don't even know what their CV template is like? This is the website for you. Jobs.ac.uk. It's not sponsored, they did not sponsor me, but if you see this video and you would like to sponsor this channel, please come on board. First of all, let us read the About Us of this page. About Us. Welcome to Jobs.ac.uk, the leading international job board for careers in academics, research, science, and related professions. So if you want a career in academics, this is the website for you. Careers in research, there's a lot of careers here actually launched in January. So this website was launched by University of Warwick, but it has now grown to become the top recruitment site for education. So if you want to work in the educational industry as a lecturer, researcher, or any support staff, professional staff within the education industry, this is the website for you. Anybody can work in education, whether you are in IT, whether you are in data science, whether you can work, because they have all the departments in the education, in the university or in secondary. They have all the departments. They have teachers, they have support staff, they have chefs in the restaurant, they have property managers for the accommodation. They have everything they have. Don't feel that, oh, I'm a doctor. They have doctors in school hospitals too. Do you know that? But if you're a doctor, just go to the NHS website and apply for jobs through NHS because it's easier that way. But I'm just trying to say that whatever field you are, you may likely get an opportunity on this website. Now, I'm going to go to law. Let's just see what it is. Let's see. Okay, these are scholarships, research associate, lecturers. This is a lot. So if you are interested in academia, this is the website for you. Now let us find a role that is outside the academia, just in case Me, I don't want to be a lecturer. I have been thinking whether I should apply to become a lecturer, because literally my dad has been asking me to go back to my alma mater to lecture, and I'm told him that, Daddy, even if I want to lecture, I will not lecture in Nigeria. I will go abroad and lecture. So if I want to get lecturing job, I'll just come to this website. After all, I have a master's degree. I'll get a lecturing job. Or sometimes you can start with a PhD studentship, and when you get into school as a PhD researcher, you would definitely get a lecturing role as a tutor within school. And when you're done with your research, you can decide to proceed to becoming a lecturer. When you come to jobs.ac.uk, we're going to go back to find a job. And see now, even before going through the search bar, you can just see the different industries: agriculture, food and veterinary. You will see the different job openings for the different industries. Okay, now let's see. Professional managerial support roles, you will see studentships, that's masters, PhD funding and all of that. Okay, let us see how to apply for a job. Let's see, agriculture is the first one. So you will see the jobs that are available in agriculture, and you will see the deadline by the right side of the application. You will see the job itself, and you will see the closing date just here. You will see that this one closes 17 February. You know that PhD is actually a job, is a research job, so they are paying you to do research. So if you're interested in studying as well as making money, then go for the PhD if you qualify. I want to look for a professional role within a UK higher education. So I'm going to look for admissions officer role. I told you people that both of us are looking for these jobs together. We are looking for these jobs together. So these are the roles that relate to admissions of Jesus. There are a lot though. Guys, let's apply for this thing. So you'll see that the deadline for the application is here by the right side, 23rd February. And you will see that this is International Admissions Officer Graduate Admissions, UCL, London. You'll see the salary and you'll see the dates that the application was placed. It is important for you to know when this application was advertised, because, for instance, if an application has been open since 3 months ago, I wouldn't even advise you to apply, because they must have submitted a lot of applications. But also, if you want to go ahead and apply, maybe the vacancy has been there for so long because they have not found a suitable candidate. So you may still be lucky to apply. So I'm just going to go ahead to open that up, and let's see how we can apply. So this is the details of the job: admissions officer for graduate admissions. Location of the job is in London. The salary is here. The hours is full-time. The contract type is permanent. Date the advert was placed is here, and closing date is here. You will see about us for the advertiser of the job, which is UCL right now, University College London. You will also see about the role. They are seeking an admission officer, and then about you. So when you see this about you, ensure that you meet the requirements, or you closely meet the requirements. That's the only way you stand a chance to get this kind of job. And then this is the benefit of the job, what they offer. Always see what they offer, and then you will know if you're interested. Now, our commitment to equality, diversity, and inclusion. This is a good sign for an employer. Once you see diversity and inclusion, they are most likely to hire a foreigner. So it says here, as London's global university, we know diversity fosters creativity and innovation, and we want our community to represent the diversity of the world's talent. Did you hear? Okay, so that means they will not restrict the hiring. They are open to hiring everybody, okay, from different backgrounds. We are committed to equality of opportunity, to being fair and inclusive, and to being a place where we all belong. We therefore, this is the part that is most interesting, okay? In fact, I would advise that you would look for jobs that have this clause and apply. We therefore particularly encourage applications from candidates who are likely to be underrepresented in UCL's workforce. These include people from Black, Asian and ethnic minority background, people with disabilities, LGBTQ plus people, and for our grade 9 and 10 roles, women. These are the kind of companies that are open to hiring foreigners. So if you are a foreign person, applying from your country, you shouldn't have an issue. Now, when you click apply, you are going to see more details of the role. Usually they will attach the job description, you can download and go through it. So when you click apply, it will now redirect you to the employer's website. As you can see, we are now at the UCL website. Okay, so you will now see a more detailed description of the job that we are talking about, so that you will know if you meet the qualifications or not. Let us go and download the details of the job itself. So before you click apply, please always download the job description, because let me tell you, these people are very strict. When they say that these are the job descriptions and the essential requirement they want, you have to meet it. If you don't meet it, you are wasting your time submitting the application, and I will not advise you to bother. Okay, so let us see the job description, because you are most likely to get an interview for a job that you meet the requirement than a job that you don't even stand a chance. This is the job description in detail. You see that it is a grade 6. So in the UK, they have different grades to hiring. It starts from grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4. So for a job that they usually require graduates, at least undergraduate degree, it will start from maybe grade 5 upwards. Okay, but maybe grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 jobs are the jobs that it is the qualification is below graduate. But the detail that you should be most concerned about as an international applicant is the requirements for you to apply. Very, very important. Person specification. So usually essential criteria means you have to meet the requirement for you to be able to be shortlisted for that role. If you don't have those skills or those criteria, you cannot do the job. But desirable criteria means you may not meet those requirements, but you can still do the job. So you see qualifications and experience. They are looking for qualifications commensurate with education to A level or equivalent, including proficiency in English and math. That means this job, they don't even need you to have a degree. Admissions experience within higher education. Then the skills are here: assessment method, application form, interview, practical test. So this particular requirement, they need you to demonstrate it in your application. This one, they need you to demonstrate it in your application. This one, they need you to demonstrate it both application and interview. But there's some requirements here that they only need you to demonstrate during the interview. Okay, I have not seen any restrictions here saying that you need a visa to apply for this job, because usually when you're applying for a job and you see that you must have the right to work in the UK, then it means that they will not allow foreigners, or they will not be able to sponsor for that role. So if you're a foreigner, you don't have a visa to work in the UK, and you're applying, you're just wasting your time. I will not advise you to do that. The aim is, whenever you open an application, look for the requirement that demands for right to work. Usually, if they don't show it in the application document, they will show it on the website when you are making the application. It's just that the annoying thing is that some employers will not put it until there was a time I applied for one job, and they did not say that you need a visa to apply. Do you know when these people told me? Immediately I submitted the application, and I said, "Thank you for applying. We need to let you know that in this role, you must have a right to work in the UK." I'm like, why did you allow me to apply? Why? Why did you decide to waste my time? So please, be wary of such employers. That's the job description. So if you want to apply, you can now go ahead to apply for this job. There's nothing that says here that you must have a visa to apply. So I want to believe that there are no restrictions. This is the application form. You see, the good thing is you can either decide to fill in your details with your LinkedIn profile, or if you have already applied to this university before, you will still have your details on the application portal. So they'll ask you if you want to reuse previous application documents or import data from your CV. If you upload your CV, you can import your data. So these are the requirements. Do you have the unrestricted right to work in the UK? No. If no, please give details of your visa requirements. Good. This means they are ready to sponsor. Now, why do I say this? I'm saying this because if when you are making the application there, and then you see, do you have the unrestricted right to work in the UK, and you say no, if they don't want to sponsor, at that point they'll say, we are sorry, or unfortunately you can no longer continue with this application because this role will not be, we are not going to sponsor for this role. Now, because they are now saying, if no, Please give details of your visa requirements. All you have to write is that I will need a skilled worker visa to work in the UK. And for me to apply, I will need a certificate of sponsorship from the employer. Period. So this is how you know that this job is willing to sponsor a visa. Then you upload your CV. They're asking for, all the qualifications you see here, and you go through it and you apply. It's and then you submit. You see, I'm so excited because I was thinking that job will not sponsor. Let's see if Oxford, was outright about whether they will sponsor visa. Most employers would usually put interview dates. Interviews are expected to be in Oxford on Monday, 27th. So that means that they may likely need people within the UK already. Let's see the further particulars. You see, this is about the post. These are the essential requirements. Educated to degree level. This is a full-time fixed term, 1 year maternity cover, working 5 days a week. The appointment will be conditional on receipt of every. It's like I knew. I know these things. You people should give it to me. It says here, the appointment will be conditional on receipt of evidence of right to work in the UK, documentation and satisfactory reference. If you are a foreigner, you have no business applying. But you will not know if you don't download the job description and open it. So guys, that's it though. I hope that this video has been helpful. There are other videos that I have done on the other websites that you can find jobs. In fact, the video I did on the websites for UK government where you can find a job, there's no restriction. You can find any kind of job on that website. If you have at least 1 year work experience in your country, in your field, start looking for a job. When you find a job and you get a job offer and you apply for your visa, you can permanently migrate to the UK. If you still want to migrate to the UK through the student visa route, go through the channel. You see a lot of videos I have done on scholarships, different schools, how to narrow down your options, and you should make your decision. Okay, you will also see my email in the description box. If you need us to support you with your study abroad journey, email us. Okay, we will support you with your study abroad journey for free. Okay, we will support you for free. We'll help you apply. If you need guidance, we'll help you with all those things. So yes, that's it guys. If you're yet to subscribe to the channel, please subscribe. If you know anybody that need our content, please share this channel to them, share this video with them. Drop a comment if you learned something in this video. Drop a comment about any questions you have and any video requests that you may have. Okay, do well to check out Amber's student link in the description box if you know that you're going to be looking for private student accommodation. I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.